Home selling tips. 2 unconventional tips that you probably haven't heard before. And I'm not talking about things like stage your home, make sure it has good curb appeal, depersonalize and declutter. Well, that's kind of like saying, before you go on a date, make sure you shave, perhaps take a shower. To me, those aren't tips. It's really common knowledge. So today, I'm gonna share my 2 biggest things that all sellers need to know when putting their home up for sale. And to be honest, I think that this should be common advice that realtors provide, but I'm not really sure if that's the case. So this is a conversation I have with all my sellers, and I'm gonna share that with you today. The 2 things all sellers need to know is, number 1, where the market is, and number 2, where the market is going. Understanding these key elements will be able to help you understand where the market is and determine what market you're in, as well as implement the correct pricing strategy. So as a seller, you need to know what kind of market you're in, but how do you determine that? What metrics do you use in order to pinpoint a buyer's, seller's, or a balanced market? There's a lot of different factors in determining what kind of market you're in. But the biggest thing that you should know about is what's called the months of supply or months of inventory. Now, this means that based on last month's sales, how many more months would it take for the market to absorb all of the existing inventory? Now, in Calgary, if you have 2.5 to 4 months of inventory, it means that you're in a balanced market. Anything less than 2.5 months of inventory means that it's a seller's market because the properties are selling quicker. And anything over 4 months of inventory means that it's a buyer's market. Now, I will say, it doesn't matter what the overall city's market is in, there's always gonna be different pockets of a community, maybe a different street of the same community that will always either outperform or underperform. So this gives you a general idea of what your city is doing, what your community is doing, and perhaps even what the local street within that community is doing as well. Where you can find this information is your local real estate board. So for example, I'm with CREB, Calgary Real Estate Board, and this is information that I can pull and narrow it down right to the community. This is super important information for you to know, because if the market is going down, then you can't employ the same pricing strategy as if the market was going up. In fact, it's obviously the opposite. In future videos, I'll be coming out and sharing my pricing strategy, so if you don't want to miss that, subscribe. And if you happen to be here in Calgary, Alberta, and you want to know what the current months of supply is for either the city or for your specific community, feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to have that conversation with you. Now, there might be other things that you're considering as well if you're a seller, if you should sell now or sell later. If that is one of the things that you're thinking about, make sure you check out my other video here or down in the description below. And if you have an existing property, but you're not sure if you want to keep it as an income property and move up, or you just want to sell it, then make sure you stay tuned, because I will be coming up with some good advice on what you should do, the factors you should consider, and what is the best for your situation. My name is Felix Shan with the LiveInnerCity Real Estate team, helping you keep real estate simple, and we'll see you in our next video.